How are you today, man?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. I want to ask...
I'm not good, rather. It's the worst days of my life. How about that?
Okay, well, I'm sorry to hear that. I wanted to ask you, with news of the separation, how are you holding up?
It appears that Judge Greg Mathis is now allegedly tipping off the paparazzi about his own whereabouts in an attempt to dispel rumors surrounding his divorce from Linda. The speculation is that their split may have been caused by infidelity and possibly even an illegitimate child. However, the public isn't convinced, with many still believing that cheating played a role in the breakup. Let me break it down for you. In a previous video, I mentioned that insiders claimed Linda filed for divorce because Judge Mathis was neglecting her. Sources said that he was overworking, which strained their relationship. In addition to his long-standing television career, Judge Mathis runs a number of charities and manages a production company, reportedly working 70 to 80 hours a week.
Not holding up very well. I would say to other men. Maybe I'll be example for other men, cautionary tale. Don't neglect your wife. See how many at the airport now, flying out.
Those close to Linda say she has spent much of her life supporting him, but his relentless work schedule has dominated the last 30 years. Judge Mathis had apparently promised Linda that he would slow down, allowing them to travel and enjoy life together in their later years. However, it seems he isn't ready to ease up on his work commitments anytime soon. According to the insider, Linda feels life is too short to continue waiting, and she's no longer willing to make sacrifices for his career. There's still a chance for Judge Mathis to save the marriage, but only if he agrees to slow down and prioritize their relationship. Otherwise, Linda appears ready to move on. At least Judge Mathis has acknowledged that the breakdown of their relationship is largely due to his neglect. He's accepted responsibility, openly admitting that his wife is leaving him because of his work habits. This level of accountability is refreshing, and it's something we've seen before. For example, during their reality show, Mathis...
That I asked her to sleep with my wife.
Yes, she did.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right, and so, and if you want to believe that ridiculous nonsense, you feel free to. But and you want to keep fueling it.
This family matters. Judge Mathis expressed gratitude for Linda's support, saying that his success wouldn't have been possible without her standing by him while he worked long hours. He even acknowledged that she allowed him to work 15-hour days, 5 or 6 days a week, and credited their deep love and support for the foundation of his professional achievements. It's clear that Linda has made great efforts over the years to support him, and even up until their separation, she seemed to be trying to uphold the image of a supportive wife. Earlier in 2024, the couple shared affectionate moments on social media while vacationing in Cabo. Then, in March, they appeared to be on good terms at an influencer.
No one else has even asked me about it.
Nobody else keeps it real like
everyone
this.
in the media knows that tabloids print trash, but every week that they pay people to come up with you or anyone in this studio can go to a tabloid and tell them, I want to sell you a story on someone, and they'll buy it.
Right.
Brunch, where they even gave an interview to Baller Alert. They discussed the possibility of their reality show Mathis Family Matters returning and shared how they managed to stay close as a couple. Throughout it all, Linda continued to show unwavering support for her husband. It's evident that Linda has done her best to stand by Judge Mathis, but after years of sacrifice, it seems she has finally had enough. A few weeks ago, Linda posted photos and videos from a family gathering with Greg, celebrating Father's Day. In the caption, she wrote, "Had such a beautiful time."
25 years. My wife has been third. Serving the community, taping my show, having fun with friends. That's what happens, guys. Never be too busy or never have too much fun beyond your wife.
So I do want to ask, the date of separation is listed back in July 17th. Has this been coming for some time now?
My family and friends at the Johnsons' residence yesterday. It was very uplifting to see all the fathers being celebrated, especially my husband Greg and son-in-law Ryan Baby. Many people are speculating that there's more to the story behind her filing for divorce, as something seems to be left unsaid. However, Greg has made it clear that the divorce is not something he wants, and he's doing everything he can to win Linda back. Despite their differences, they are still living in the same house, and Greg hopes she will reconsider and they can work things out. Interestingly, Linda hasn't moved out of their Los Angeles mansion yet.
Or was it something out the blue?
Well, ever since we started taping here in LA, I committed to staying home more and making my wife more of a priority. But as you see, I haven't. I'm still here on the road doing the same thing. And in terms of going out into another city. But I was gone for 3 weeks. That's what July 17th.
Which leaves room for a potential reconciliation. Greg, or Mathis, seems genuinely hurt by the situation, and it's possible he never expected his wife to want to leave him. However, while trying to explain his desire to get his wife back, he also touched on whether infidelity played a role in the divorce, and here's what he had to say. Wait, did he mention something about a child? That's new. I hadn't even heard any rumors about him doing something involving a child. But in terms of infidelity, he claimed it wasn't the reason behind their marriage.
Very charitable. We have 10,000 square foot community center in Detroit, the Mathis Community Center. We do a lot of community service in Detroit where we're from. But beyond that, we also try and move forward with other projects and include other people in it. We're blessed to be nominated this year for an Image Award for the First Lady of BMF. The movie
Marital issues. However, the way he worded it raised eyebrows. He didn't outright deny cheating. Instead, he said it wasn't the cause of their breakup, leaving many people suspicious. His hesitation and stammering at the end of his explanation were telling to some. Also, why was he going on a 3-week vacation without his wife? If my husband planned a 3-week trip without me and we didn't have kids in school, I'd definitely be concerned. Many are speculating that the only explanation for these long solo trips is that he might have been traveling with someone else.
I created and produced. And so those type of things we like to do and involve others in the industry to pull them in, and we've been successful in doing that, and that brings us a lot of pleasure.
Well, you mentioned our family show, Mathis Family Matters, and as you see on there, our influence is that, black families are great families, and though they're not filled with, just inner fighting.
For those who have followed him for a while, you may remember that cheating rumors about Mathis have been circulating for years. There was a time when a woman alleged that she had slept with Mathis while he was high on cocaine, and that he had even asked if she would be willing to sleep with his wife, Linda, as well. On top of that, there were also rumors that Mathis had gotten a woman pregnant. While it's unclear if this is the same woman he allegedly propositioned to join him and Linda, the rumor persisted. Despite these claims, Mathis denied knowing the woman and said she was probably paid to make up the story. These accusations eventually led to that unforgettable exchange.
Would you say you two are in a good place right now, or able to maintain a friendship? Or
Oh yeah, we're still in the same house and we're maintaining a friendship. And I'm trying to get my wife back. I have to show her that though. Hopefully I can show her while we're there together before, and hopefully she doesn't complete the process. But I'm changing in hopes that she will. I'm gonna get my wife back. How about that?
Between Mathis and Wendy Williams. For those who remember, Mathis lashed out at Wendy, accusing her of being an addict, terminating multiple pregnancies, and suggesting she had ulterior motives for bringing up the rumors. Although we may never know the full truth, his reaction to Wendy's questioning certainly raised suspicions. Despite what he claims, people are still talking about the same things Wendy mentioned years ago: allegations that Greg cheated on his wife and even fathered a love child. Here's something worth considering. How old is Judge Mathis' eldest child? She's 39, right? And Linda isn't her biological mother. For those unfamiliar with the backstory, in his memoir, Greg admitted to a brief fling, a one-night stand just before he and Linda were about to get married. When the woman revealed she was pregnant, Greg had to muster the courage to tell Linda, fearing she might leave him.
I want to eliminate all them rumors too, that it's something about a baby or even me, a child. It's none of that. I've just told you what it is.
There were also, kind of some rumors of any infidelity. Did you want to clear that up at all? You say it's solely neglect.
Well, neglect can create suspicion, certainly. And if you're gone as much as I am.
However, Linda chose to stay, and they went ahead with the marriage. Greg's daughter Jade has always had a great relationship with Linda and calls her mom, having been part of their family from birth. But does this suggest that Greg has been unfaithful from the beginning? Were he and Linda not dating for a while before they got married? The drama surrounding Jade's biological mother certainly raises questions. As I mentioned, Greg didn't outright deny cheating, he simply said infidelity wasn't the cause of their divorce. He acknowledged understanding why his wife might have suspicions, but he never flat out.
You have every right to suspect. You go to work, you go serve in the community around the country, then you go with your guys to sporting events around the country, you go to other events except without your wife hanging with you and enjoying herself with you. And so, yeah, she would have a right to suspect infidelity.
But there was none of that going on.
That's not the purpose. That's not the reason for this.
Claimed to be faithful. Many are questioning his honesty, pointing out that Linda has stood by him for years, despite his demanding career, so her sudden decision to leave seems to indicate something more than just neglect. On social media, people are also scrutinizing Greg's character, suggesting Linda may have grown tired not only of his loud personality but of his behavior in general. For instance, in 2019, police investigated an incident in which Mathis allegedly spat on a parking valet. The incident took place around 8 p.m. outside a club on St. Antoine Street in Detroit. The valet reported that Mathis became angry.
Talk with you because here on this show, whether it's TV or radio, one thing that Wendy Williams does is keep it real with her audience. Now, my audience knows all about me and what I've been through, and what they don't know, I go into explicit details in my book. Now, that might not be true, according to you, about this woman that alleged
when he thought the valet had misplaced his car keys, leading to the alleged spitting incident. There was also another event involving law enforcement when an employee from the LA Department of Water and Power accused Mathis of threatening workers with a firearm after a heated argument. The dispute reportedly started when the workers asked him to move his vehicle. According to reports, things escalated and Mathis allegedly brandished a firearm. However,
you slept with, you allegedly got her pregnant. Listen to just let me draw up the skeleton, Judge, and then you fill in the meat.
Wendy, I didn't read that part. Now you making that up.
Okay, let me draw up.
And WBLS about to be sued for defamation. You gonna make some stuff.
Okay,
up here
Judge, you
wasn't
are
even alleged.
When asked about the incident, Mathis gave a different account, saying the employees were blocking his car, preventing him from leaving his driveway. Despite his version of events, the workers claimed Mathis was verbally abusive and unreasonable. It's important to remember that Greg Mathis has a complex past. He grew up in one of Detroit's most dangerous housing projects and was once a member of a notorious street gang, the Errol Flynn Gang. At one point, the gang had over 400 members on the city's east side. As a young man, Greg was involved in numerous criminal activities, accumulating a long rap sheet. He even served time in jail at 17, and according to his own accounts, it was his mother's pleas for him to leave behind his life of crime, especially after she was diagnosed with cancer that led him to—
Okay,
now that's called defamation.
All right.
That's called defamation, Wendy.
Okay.
She did not allege that.
All right, well, look.
I'll tell you what she alleged, and it wasn't that.
All right, you tell me what she alleged, Judge, in all of your anger.
I'm not angry.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
I'm not angry.
Okay.
She said,
to turn things around. Judge Mathis' journey is impressive. He started by landing a job at McDonald's before enrolling at Eastern Michigan University. Later, he earned a law degree from the University of Detroit Mercy. His career took off from there. He led Jesse Jackson's Michigan presidential campaign in 1988, and just 7 years later, at age 34, became the youngest person elected as a district court judge for Michigan's 36th district. However, some people still claim that while he may have left the streets behind, the streets never truly left him. So could Linda have been enduring more than just neglect and infidelity in their marriage? You decide. What makes things even more suspicious is that sources have claimed he called the paparazzi on himself at the airport, which raises more questions about the situation. Personally, I can only hope for the best for him, but filing for divorce after 39 years of marriage is rarely a warning sign, it's more of a final decision. It seems to me that Linda may already have one foot out the door, and Mathis faces an uphill battle to win her back. At his age, I'm not sure he has the energy or patience for that. What do you think? Could Linda actually reconsider and give him another chance? Also, what did you make of his response regarding infidelity? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below.